most dangerous podcast. We will be in the building with good. Jay Kemp was going down, man. Let's get it.
Good.
Hundo up in this studio. Hundo.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh eye. We trying to wake up the neighbors on a Sunday. We got that Chris Berman. That back. Man, we got a heavy in the paint today, man. That Chris Berman on the ESPN swag, man. What's
yes,
goody,
indeed.
man?
That Chris
Sunday,
Berman.
man. Come on, man. Hip hop is back. Real hip hop. The bad boys of hip hop, man. Come on, let's be clear. Fresh out, man. We trying to hit y'all early pause, man. Jay Kemp's in the building.
Loud
Jay Kemp,
proud.
what's goody? What's going on?
What's happening?
Man?
Iceberg.
What's going on with you, man? Everything goody?
Man, you know, it's this Sunday, football Sunday, but my squad don't play until 4:25, so I'm good.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? Good. So.
Yeah, hey, Bebo P's on that Jason Love again, man. Yeah, he on there, man. You know what I'm saying?
How are you off the chain for that one?
Yeah, he on that joint, man. Hey, man, like I said, man, we got a dope show, man. We're going to be talking about Jay-Z. First of all, man, it's Sunday. Get the grill out. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be cooking Jay-Z today. Come on, man. We're going to be cooking Jay. We got to talk about that AZ. We got to talk about, we're going to be having, we're going to react to some According to Hip Hop today, too. Let's be clear, man. Salute to According to Hip Hop, Mike D and Coop. You know what I'm saying? We got to react to some of their stuff, man. We got a good show tonight, man. But hold up, man. Before we go in, Touch is in here, man. Salute Day One Club, man.
Day One
Hold
Club.
up, D-Rick. D-Rick James, man. Great Sunday, great people. You know what I'm saying?
You did.
Yeah, cocaine, man. Go my cocaine on there. Salute to D-Rick up in here, man. 88 Spencer's in here, man. Salute.
88 Spence, what's
on,
happening?
Man? Our guy, man, always Gritty's in here, heavy, man. Salute. What's going on, man? What's good? Terrence in here, too, man. What's going on, man? Hey, good time to talk some hip-hop, man. It's always great to talk about some hip-hop, but
Uh-oh.
Terrence, let me get y'all the screen so you don't get situated with this situation. We gotta talk about Dwight real quick, man. Dwight around your mouth. Pause, actually, man, for that. But we gotta talk about, man, Dwight Howard, man, going kind of crazy on the bull. First of all, hold up real quick, man. We gotta stop the show, man. Coach is in here heavy. You know what I'm saying? One of the pillars in the community, man, for hip hop, man. Let's be clear. What's going on? Man, definitely follow Coach, man. She's always doing the thing, man. Always in Doggy Diamond situation, too, man. We got to make her a mod. Come on, man. You know how it goes down. Salute the Coach, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Hold up, man. Miss LB's in here, too. We got the ladies in here tonight, man. Okay. Ladies in here. Okay, let's do it.
LB, what's happening?
Josh in here. We got to get to questions. We got to get, first of all, what's your thoughts, man, on the Dwight situation real quick? Let me play something for you real quick. Jay Kemp in the chat. Salute to Bebo P, man. He's on the road, man, going crazy. Let me get your thoughts about this real quick.
Dwight. Now, this is where I'm going to start. Before I talk about Dwight, before we talk about
Your disclaimers means why.
Where is he going?
I don't know what kind of disclaimer this was. This disclaimers is crazy. Be careful.
Yo, let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stop telling people, I don't care what you do on your own time. Because we do care. Cam is lying if he tell you, I don't care what you do on your own time. And then Stat follows up. And women, you got to stop. For real, put the camera on me. For real. We got to stop telling niggas what you do in your own personal time.
Basically, man, Mace is basically saying, man, you know, Dwight went a little off the meat rack with the whole allegation situation, man, with the that situation. But he also said, which is crazy, J. Kim, I know you're a sports fan, but this is hip hop, so we got to talk about both of us. It's culture. He basically said this was the reason why that he didn't get signed with the NBA team, that they knew he was doing a little sus situation. You know what I'm saying? He was in that hot tub with Diddy. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
With
it was
sus.
more than that. But yeah.
The question is, man, do you think that's true, man? Do you think Dwight basically like that stopped him from like getting deals and stuff like that and getting back on my Lakers, man? Because we actually needed a dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that has a little something to do with it. I mean, that's been floating out there for a while. You know, he's been kind of linked to them Bobby Valentino type of situations for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Where he's had them she-men have came out and been like, you know,
She-men.
I
have the
was
power.
facts. They had the power. Talking about they was getting down with Dwight, man. I think at the end of the day, man, for Dwight, and you had a shorty, because if you remember Iceberg, during the run through the bubble, wasn't he supposed to be engaged with a shorty?
Facts, yeah.
And she dipped
Yeah.
on him because he was you know, he was down low. So my thing is, man, it's just as a human being, man, if you get down a certain way and you got a significant other, you got to keep it 1,000 wow with that person. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to keep it 1,000 wow with me, but I think the shorty that he was with kind of found out that he was down low. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like off the cuff. She kind of hemmed him up. So
Fact.
I just think for Dwight, man, you know,
gritty.
you out here trying to be messy, but you out here doing the most too, man. And that's not a good business move, and that's gonna hurt your paper. And like he was saying earlier, Iceberg, that's why homie is out the league. Because those rumors been floating out there for a minute, man. For a minute. And it just so happens this particular situation, dude is caught on tape. There is sticky evidence, man. And the she-man even called him out and said Dwight on the tape like 20 times. You dig? I mean, call this man Dwight, and he answered to it. First of all, if somebody's saying Dwight, or first of all, somebody's saying your name that many times, they obviously trying to get you in a situation. You being recorded, bro. So this is definitely an L for Dwight. I mean, it's sad to see, you know, #1 pick coming out of high school.
Crazy skills, man. Hall of Famer.
One of the best centers, you know, of his gen.
Fact.
And then this is the way you going out because you couldn't keep it 1,000 out. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you do is what you do. But like May said, it comes a point in the time where, yeah, it does kind of matter because it's going to dip into your pocket.
This is why politicians don't really say what they do, you know, in their personal life. They want to keep it personal, professional.
They want to keep it
They don't
personal,
want to keep it professional. So this is the question though for the chat too. Jay Camp, salute the BOP on that road too. Will athletics, pro athletics, in our culture ever accept like a prime time male from a different lifestyle? Will we accept and embrace a rapper, you know what I'm saying, and say, oh, that dude's hard, you know, go like, oh, like, man, I like The Wire. You pause. I like The Wire, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Omar was the roughest dude. Let me say roughest.
Right.
The roughest dude on the show. Well, and so of course people loved Omar and loved his character.
Right.
Will we ever see that in hip hop, in the NBA or the NFL? Before you go in, salute to Leroy Green. He's saying no. He's saying no. Not at all.
Leroy, I'm gonna say this, man. Like, I think in due time, it's a possibility because I'm gonna take it back to Bean. When Bean dropped 81, I mean, people was done with Kobe. Period. They was done with him. When that whole situation happened in Colorado, man, they was trying to cancel that dude, but he kept balling. He was dropping 81 on Cast Dome. It's the same thing for anybody in entertainment. if you continue to excel at your craft, there's going to be people who are going to forgive that. They're going to look past it. So there are possibilities to where you can navigate the scene, but you also have to be real though. Like you can't be out here like low with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you just got to pretty much, you got to be who you are, man. Like you got to be a walking billboard at that point, because we already know there is a delegation that supports that. So regardless of how we feel, there's still a community that's going to support somebody like that as long as they are genuine about it. But he's out here trying to cap, and that's kind of the point, Iceberg.
Stop the cap.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be out here capping and then expect for people to respect you. And that's why Leroy Green and others are pretty much saying it ain't gonna happen. But if you just come out the gate with it and say, look, man, this is what I'm on, yeah, you're gonna lose some people. That's gonna happen. You're gonna lose some people, but again, there is a whole community that supports that though. A full community.
True. Well, and this is the thing, like we know. First of all, I agree with Leroy. And let's be clear. First of all, salute to Devon in the building. Come on, man.
No, Leroy came with it, man. I mean, Leroy 1000.
FRSHOUT, man, and our lawyer. Exactly. You know how it goes down. He's coming with the $5 holler. He is the sponsor of the show tonight. Salute for the $5 holler, man. What's going on with you, man? He's basically also Devon saying too. He said it's too hard for Paul. It's too hard for me to relate to and comprehend.
I'm with you and Leroy. It's hard for me to comprehend that, but when you know there's a whole delegation that supports that, though, that's all I'm saying.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, we not gonna be able to feel that, but there's people who do, especially if he's genuine with it. So I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate with that. But
when threesomes go wrong,
that's
come on, man.
Power, come on, son. Come on, son.
Well, and like Gritty said, and salute to Gritty too. Gritty's basically saying, man, that Chingy mess, man. Remember Chingy? Chingy was just even put in the conversation. There wasn't even no proof. Like there's actual situations with this one, man. So again, like I said, we ain't on this too long, man, or whatnot. But
Bobby Valentino situation.
Yeah, so much Valentino. Never mind. Let me shut up. D Rick saying the locker room won't ever be comfortable with it. But might tolerate it. You know what I'm saying? So,
what was the twin for the Nets?
Oh yeah. But like that's a role player, so it's like, you know, it's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
True. That's true.
JC, our guys, what's going on, man? He's saying, right, I might listen to you, but there will be a demographic for it.
There's a demographic for that, man. They're going to ride for him.
Yeah, but like I said, man, you know, salute the. But there's another thing, too. A lot of cats were saying, well, Mace, what you talking about, man? We know you was in that tub, too. You know what I'm saying? So what you talking about calling somebody out? But he might be the person to call him out because he was up in there. And shout out to D. Rick. He talking about Jason Collins.
Jason Collins, yeah.
He
Jason
was
Collins,
straight,
man. The twin.
Yeah, he was in there. He was
that locker room was real uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Leroy, like Leroy saying too, man. No diss to the community, man. Salute.
Nah, dude,
you know
I feel you, Leroy. I'm right there with you. Like I can't condone that. You know, I'm just saying, just me personally. Like I don't. Nah, man. If you switch hitting, I'm not buying your jersey, big dog. I mean, this is pause. This is how.
Well, and this is why a lot of people do hide the bull. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But again, salute to the white man, and I think it shouldn't matter, but it does though.
It
you know
does
what I'm saying?
matter,
it does.
bro. Like May
because
said,
again,
it matters.
It matters, man. And like I said, salute to Leroy and D Rick, JC on all that, man.
At the end of the day, we know that shit matters, man.
Speaking of matters, man, we gotta talk about AZ, man. Come on, man. The God MC. You know what I'm saying? Dropping another single. He dropped the GOAT joint, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like did his thing on the joint, man. This one's called This Is Why. This is gonna be on the Truth Be Told album that comes out December 1st.
Okay.
And I'm waiting on that joint, man. And I know Miss LB is too. Miss LB is a big AZ fan, of course. Let me just show y'all a little bit of the snippet because this is the thing. This is why we showing the AZ joint. It's hot, but a lot of cats had some smoke for this one. Hold up.
And corny to cuff, now I'm stuck. It's just hard, hoes been on me enough. Learn my lesson, mama bear been warn me on trust. I'm done, already won. did it all under the sun. You never know when your number come. Enjoy it. Trap money or unemployment. Up funner if you pay installments. Just stay from warrants. I move like
man.
there's nothing to lose.
Come on, man. AZ's on that mafioso swag, man. Had the chick in the joint. You know what I'm saying? This record was hot, man. What's crazy, like Pirate's going in. Of course, man. Pirate's saying it's fire, of course, man. You know what's going down, man. Again, salute to AZ. We're excited that he's dropping the album. I was upset he wasn't on Magic 3 either, but it is what it is. Leroy saying, man, love AZ, but this is, hold on, let me play that.
I was just going to touch on that, too. I'm glad Leroy said that.
So this is the smoke. So Leroy just said it. This is the smoke that a lot of cats have for AZ. So when I listen to the record, because we put it on our Twitter, go to Fresh Out Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? That's where we at. A lot of cats said this was kind of off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? The flow was off a little bit. Before I go in, J. Kent, what was your thoughts on this record, though?
I'm a first say, like, I like the record. I don't love it because of what Leroy said. To me, there was something off about the pocket. It was almost like too slow. You know what I'm saying? Like the groove is not what I really wanted for an AZ single. Not for this. It's not that the record was bad. It wasn't. It's just like when you promo an album, you gotta have something that's gonna resonate. I don't think this one resonated. This should have been like a track 12, track 13, like an outro type of joint.
It was now. Don't get me wrong. The beat's fire. What he was spitting is fire.
No,
it's just a little.
The beat is fire. But if it's like a Ransom on here and not an AZ, I think we having a different conversation. I just think this didn't fit for AZ, and there's no disrespect to AZ because somebody already said.
And Leroy saying the same thing. No disrespect at all, man. Come on, man. You know we got mad respect.
There's no disrespect to AZ because AZ. This
ain't like Kanye talking about Nas is rapping all beat on a little hidden behind the scenes footage.
It's not that it was bad. It just didn't fit AZ. It's a filler album.
You said it right. Yeah.
And I just didn't want this to be exactly Touch, Unfinished Pocket.
Now Touch is a rapper.
To be a single.
Yeah, now Touch is a rapper. So Touch 182, salute to him at Day One Club.
Touch,
if you listen to this on the podcast, if you listen to this on the podcast, he's basically saying on the screen, it's an unfinished pocket.
Unfinished pocket.
And that's hard to rap on. You know what I'm saying? It's clear.
Not polished, man. It's not polished, and AZ is a polished, finished product. We need a polished, finished, produced joint for AZ to be on, man. I just wouldn't really. This wasn't. Whoever's A&R'ing should have said, "Nah, let's go with a different joint. Let's go." With
or just redo your verse. You know what I'm saying? Just redo the verse. You know what I'm saying?
Fact.
But this is a question I have for you in the chat, J. Kemp, and salute Bebo P on the road. You know what I'm saying? On that what he's on that corn swag. We know Buck Wild did the beat on this. Salute to Buck Wild. So we not this ain't no knock on Buck Wild.
This ain't a diss to the beat at all.
This ain't no diss. Would Hit-Boy have him do this? Would it sound better with a younger cat like Hit-Boy? Because Hit-Boy would have done it right. So again, when
Great
people
point.
say, "Hey, I want Nas to go back to the older cats," sometimes the older cats, man, they don't catch some of these things that we're hearing, with our ears. I think that's what Hit-Boy was doing with the Japanese soul bar when he switched the beat up with the Quincy and Michael joint, when he basically came in with the crazy, like, the boom bap drums, but then flipped them up on the Metro booming drums. Had them right. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Right.
Saying this is fans.
Devon is saying, I'm down with AZ. He's great at what he does, but he's not a versatile MC.
Great point, Devon. Great point, man.
Yo.
Phenomenal point.
That's quote of the night, man. Gritty's also saying, it sounds off, but it's just AZ's same flow. I hate to say it, but his flow is becoming dated.
Damn, Gritty.
Damn, Gritty? Not the God?
I don't feel this became dated, Gritty. I feel like this production just doesn't suit what we know AZ is great at. You know what I'm saying? Like this pocket doesn't feel his greatness. It doesn't. So to me, it's just a choice of single. If this was just a joint on the track, a joint on the album, we're good with that. But it doesn't fulfill the need for a single to get people excited to go cop the album. It's basically my point of this. I feel like you have to, when you are in the position that AZ is in, I feel like you have to carefully choose what singles you're going to use to pretty much market the album, because he's also marketing this to a different gen of folks who aren't real AZ heads like we are. So my personal opinion on it, but I don't feel he's became dated yet, Gritty. But I feel what you're saying. I feel like this beat makes it sound dated.
Yeah.
But I don't think him as a lyricist is dated.
And this is the thing too, man. Like, again, man, FRSHOUT, man, we talk about everything, man. Jamie Foxx down to Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, down to Rome Streets. This is more of a lyrical MC conversation, not a novelist conversation. Because again, most novelists be like, man, this sound, what you talking about? Y'all hating. When you're an MC, when you've been in the booth, when you count your bars out, when you have like Touch 182 was saying, that pocket. You know what I'm saying? Cats can hear it. AZ's an OG. AZ's a veteran in the game. I would have figured somebody would have caught that and said, "Yo, touch that up a little bit." Even some of the no baby, some of them were off too. That's why I asked, would Hit-Boy do it? Because again, when Hit-Boy did the "Is there a heart in the house tonight?" and had the whole thing running the whole beat, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody else, in my opinion, man, OG Swag could do something like that. So again, it shows you why sometimes, man, like the OGs are scared to come back. We're going to be talking about Jay maybe not being in that pocket either. But Pirate 100 saying first Benny, West Side, and now AZ, I hope they can fix it. Shit. And then JC.
But the first AZ joint was what we asked for, though.
He was spot on with that one. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? I'm Rod Kim and Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. No, I'm Big Daddy Kane and Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Jadorn is saying production and beats matter. If we want lyricism to survive, we have to make good music on edgy and futuristic type beats. Facts. I was just listening to the Trip Lee. Shout out to Trip Lee. Just came out with an album. I was almost like he too futuristic on the beats, but I understand what Jadorn is saying. He's basically saying it's got to knock, and this is where like Hit-Boy, to me, I think where Nas was like, yo, I need that knock. You know what I'm saying? And I can't get it from
he's blending old with new.
I can't get it from No ID for the most part. I'm not gonna get it from Premier unless I dig forever. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure just Hit-Boy's just hitting him over the head top with the joint. You know what I'm saying? But again, Jadorn's right, man. It's gotta knock. It's gotta be a little futuristic. And to me, I think AZ, if he had the budget or the money, which we know he does, I know he doesn't want to follow Nas's footsteps because people gonna say they, you know, oh, you doing the same thing as Nas. But I would have went over to Hit-Boy. You know what I'm saying? You saw Benny go over there. You saw Benny go over there and get a joint. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But even with that though, Iceberg, like to me, knock on Conductor's door, knock on Alchemist's door, knock on Big Ghost's door. There's other producers to me that can craft something for AZ that's gonna give us that AZ magic. I think this was just a poor choice. I mean, it is what it is. Like it's not a knock on the beat or the artist. It's just not a good choice for a single. That's kind of like my whole entire point with this. Is an album filler? Yeah, we can rock with this.
And like I said, the video was dope. Mafioso in the mansion, you know, had the joint. All the visuals is dope, man.
I get what he was going for.
And this thing, Leroy is going hard in the paint today. He's basically saying everything that I thought when I first heard the record. The record's about an 80. It's an 80 BPM joint.
Man, it sounded like
85.
70.
It was a little slower.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
70,
so the pocket was a little bit longer than normal for him.
67 BPM. Yeah, just like it's too slow for him.
Yeah, like Leroy Green saying, give AZ a little bit faster beat, and he got it. I agree. That's why he killed that goat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got
Touch is saying Nas' pocket work exposed.
Look at Touch going in. But Touch is an MC though. You know, that's
He is an MC.
he's speaking as an MC.
Touch
right
is
now.
saying Nas's pocket work exposed AZ. I think that's why he never popped off like Nas. I gotta turn the music off. Touch, goddamn. Big L saying I think AZ's trying to do the more money, more murder flow. Yeah, and it just didn't come out well. I agree.
Great
That's
point.
a bar. That's a great point.
Great point.
Salute Big L, man. I think that's a great point. He did. And again, like we're saying, the pocket was just a little bigger than normal, and I think, that mafioso swag didn't really work. AJ, man, I expect so with anyone into rap. Yeah, I agree. I see what you're saying.
You know what, too, Iceberg? I think if you're gonna go with a slow beat like that, I think your ad libs gotta be money.
They gotta be fire, yeah.
You gotta have
just
some
to fill,
ad
just to
libs.
fill it in, yeah.
Just to kind of fill it in, you almost gotta be
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes with the ad lib.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
That's
it's
what
gotta be.
And really you like them or not, man. The Migos, that's what made them dope as far as their pocket game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They were going, mama, chicken. You know what I'm saying? So, so where you at on the Migos, but to me, man, the pocket game was crazy with it, man. So again, Leroy saying also too, if AZ ever get back on a do or die flow, we in trouble.
Hey, salute.
Yeah, it's facts. I agree, man.
Talk
I
that.
agree. D. Rick James, Nas, and AZ need to stop dancing around each other and just drop the collabo album.
Absolutely.
I thought at the minimum he would be on Magic 3 just to end the joint out, man. You know what I'm saying? And Leroy saying do
Some
or
of them
die.
beats was catered to AZ.
Yeah,
Some of them beats was catered to him.
Yeah, they were. No, excuse me, do or die flow. I'm sorry. Yeah. Not do or die.
Yeah.
Not the in the Cadillac, in the
No.
Jeep, and
Right.
not that joint. You know what I'm saying? The do or die. We got you, cuz.
In the Cadillac, in the
In the double A, triple O, not that flow, the do and die flow. Come on, man. We got to correct that. I'm glad you corrected that. Yeah. In the double L, VI. Speaking of getting they flow tight. Hold on, man. I'm turning the music off, man. Hold on, man. I'm over here messing up like a mother today, man. Like, oh, man. Like. Jay-Z. This is the thing, man. 25% of the reason why I wear the Yankee cap is because of Jay growing up, man. We love hearing Jay because, again, when Jay came out in 94, right? Was it 94? He dropped Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah.
94. We loved him for the mafioso talk, the big money talk. You know what I'm saying? Jay never said nothing about no. I remember he had that the Regrets record that Joe Claire was talking about. We interviewed Joe Claire on this platform. Go check out the interview, man. Type in FRSHOUT on YouTube, Joe Claire. He talked about that Regrets record. That was one of the more conscious records that he had. That what's the name? That one where he talked about shooting his brother in the hand. You Must Love Me joint. 96. Was it 96, Jay? Yeah, Jay Camp over here in the chat and on the show. Let's go. Thank you, man, for that, man. 96. Luis, salute. 96. I'm sorry about that. I'm thinking 94. I'm thinking big. We're not used to hearing him talk consciously.
Big rhymes.
Yeah. I'm trying to be nice today, man. I was watching Jarvis. I'm trying to be nice. But Jay had an interview with Gayle Horseface King. You know what I'm saying? And in the fake baseline studio, trying to act like he was in the studio, but then of course, I love salute to Gayle King though. She asked him about the music question, so this is what he said.
The one question everybody has is there a part of you that thinks it's time for me to get back in the studio, or you're in no rush to do?
Now, why she asked me this motherfucking question? I told her not to put that on the list. He looking right at Tata too.
That, or are you waiting till the time is right for you?
Yeah,
Niggas about to cry too. Hey, hold up. This is the thing too. Can y'all find the dry snitch diss that he did to Nas and Hit-Boy?
Waiting till the time is right for you.
yeah, I think.
Because we can't use the word retirement for you.
Yeah. No, I already did that. I can't do that
Yeah.
again. I would say I want to make music, but it has to be something important. I don't want to just make a bunch of tunes.
Talking about Talking about Nas on them tunes? Let me run that back real quick. Oh, you might have been talking
I
about Nas on
want
them
to make
tunes.
music, but it has to be something important. I don't want to just make a bunch of tunes. That's not going to serve me. It won't feed me, first of all.
What does feed you? What feeds you?
I
Good
have
question.
to be saying something important. It has to mean something. You know, it has to mean something to a larger society. Like 444, for example, was a personal story,
Yeah.
but the amount of vulnerability in there allowed for a lot of people to explore the space.
Hold up. Now, 444 wasn't no conscious record. Wasn't that a get back from Lemonade? Wasn't that his response to Lemonade and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the chat, I mean, like Jay Kim, first of all, before I go in a little deeper, pause. What's your first initial reaction from him saying that he needs something? It has to be important for him to drop some music. When we're used to him having party records, and again, we met 23 years ago. We're not the same people we were when we met in college. So we're not saying that he has to stay the same, hard body denim Rockefeller coat in the pants, Jay-Z. But with this dude being able to get in the rooms and everybody's talking about 500,000 or Jay-Z, for you to have this much wisdom that somebody would pass on $500,000 to talk to you, how you not inspired to make no music? So what's your initial reaction when you first heard that, Jay Camp, and the chat? What's your thoughts, man, on this joint?
Well, for one, I felt it was cap because you've been going overseas doing shows over old records. So if you don't want to do no new joints because it has to be meaningful, then why are you still doing old records and performing those? You don't perform them in the States, but you'll go over there and do it, though. I think Jay-Z will do what he needs to do for the bag. I think he knows right now that if he puts out anything, it's not going to be worth the bag that he would be expecting. So he just decides not to even do it. But what I think he fails to realize is people want to hear from Jay-Z. His own fans want to hear from him.
Yeah, facts,
so
facts.
Why not do music, bro? You don't, I mean, especially this year. You know what I'm saying? Especially like this year. Man. This should have been the year that you actually dropped this Hip Hop 50. So I think a lot of that was full of just straight cap. It was. I mean, what are you going to talk about, bro? I mean, you can talk about some of the same stuff that Nas been talking about. He still has had some conscious tracks, but he still also told stories. Facts. And then he just said that 444 was a story. So you mean to tell me you can't do that again? To me, I just feel like if anybody is currently in the booth and doing music, they would hear that and just say that's some garbage that just came out of his mouth. Like anybody who loves hip hop wouldn't just say, "Oh, I'm only gonna rap if it's something meaningful." Like this, stop it. Like stop.
So this is the thing. I got LJ's basically saying Jay's bugging. 444 is a copy, a cheap copy of Nas's Life is Good. God, y'all clowning, man. Touch is saying he's uninspired. 88 Spencer said that was definitely a lot of sneak dissing in that joint, man. And again, like I said, we're not trying to compare him to nobody. We just talking about Jay for who he is. Chris Mike is also saying Jay isn't top 10 of all time in my opinion. Damn, Chris. Chris, put your top 5 in there too, man. We need to see your top 5. Put that in the chat, man. But I feel you though. But we need to see that your top 5. Leroy saying there is no bag anybody can offer Jay fam respectfully. Dang. Well, maybe not music back, but we talking about maybe like the corporate back that he been getting for the culture. Though? You know what I'm saying?
To me, there is a culture bag that's weighted far more than monetary, especially when it comes to Hip Hop 50. Like we wouldn't know Jay-Z if it wasn't for hip hop. So why can't you drop an album just to kind of give back to the art that's given so much to you? That's all I'm saying. And to me,
and like JB saying, man, he's been in it since '89 with the Hawaiian Sophie. You owe hip hop to me. Well, to me, you owe hip hop. And again, you don't have to do what Nas does. Just do
And
what
you
you
old
do,
dudes
Jay.
like Big Daddy Kane, man.
You
Who
know what I'm
put you
saying?
on?
Facts.
And Big Daddy
You
Kane
don't,
still
yeah.
doing it.
You can do what you do. Rose Butler, what's going on? She's saying original work that has a lasting impact and impression on our lives impacted us and needs to impact our kids. We turned out pretty good for the most part. Facts. I see what you're saying, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute to you on just tapping in with us too. Double Barrels in here too. Our guy saying, in the words of Nas, what the fuck is up with Gayle King? Journalism or internalism? Come on. Well, this is the thing too. For Jay-Z, I gotta ask the question a lot of times, man. When he says inspiration, does he really mean something to copy? Like, I don't have
Now,
nobody
that
to
right
really
there.
like. I don't have nothing to really swag off of. Cause again,
That's a
I'm a normal. I feel like I'm a heightened hip hop enthusiast. I didn't know the Jay-Z record was not even a soundtrack, that the American Gangster joint. So I thought that was just a soundtrack. I didn't know that was just Jay-Z getting inspired by the movie.
And American Gangster.
And again, like I said, I go back to change the game for these hoes. Jay-Z's wearing a bandana.
Yeah.
I'm on a Yamaha with the engine running. Like,
I mean,
so
even the Big Pimpin' was really some Pimp C type stuff. I mean, we can go down the list.
we can go down the line, and it's no knock to Jay or
Nah.
And again, I'm a fan, so I don't even want to say his fans are, you know,
Other artists have done that.
Hovengers, you know what I'm saying?
Other
It's one of those
artists have
things.
done that.
Yeah, but Jay-Z, if you say he's a GOAT, if you say he's top 5, then and Chris came in with the top 5 about. He's saying Pac, Big L, Biggie, Nas, and Lloyd Banks.
Okay.
Now he putting Jay up there. And salute to the Titans too, man. We going to one of their games, man.
Titans
So
getting busy when I watched it too,
man. So my thing is, it inspiration, or you don't really have anybody? You don't have that OVO sweatshop like Drizzy. You know what I'm saying? Drizzy need that OVO sweatshop. The other thing too, man, is first of all, salute to our guys according to hip hop, man. Let's be clear, man. These are the gods of our space, man. Rap Roundtable, according to hip hop, man. These are the dudes, man, that we salute, always showing love to our brothers, man. Let's be clear. We got to react to some of the stuff they saying, though, too. So, shout out to Mike D and Coop. You know what I'm saying? Don't flag a channel for this joint. But I want to just touch on what Coop said, and I want y'all's reaction to it, man. Fair use.
Now is why he is who he is.
And also, too, Mike, let's clear this up and clean this up, too. Like, his mission was to make the dollar.
Yeah.
But Mike, he's just reached a point where the dollar doesn't mean as much anymore. That's what I'm saying. It's like, no, I understand that, fam. But what you can't do is pull up after decades of big money, big hustle talk, like, oh, I want to be inspirational with a message. It's like, no, I can't let you have that necessarily. That's like, here's what I'm saying. Like, Malcolm X's change is believable because Malcolm went to prison. He came out talking different. He came out acting different. Came out looking relatively different. It's Malcolm Little, Detroit Red, and then there's brother Malcolm. You feel what I'm saying?
Fact.
Right.
Fact.
He was Detroit Red before we went in. Came out brother Malcolm. Mike, he ain't been through nothing like that in terms of no change for me to buy into it.
We need an album. We need an album for that buy-in. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there an album? Is there an album that says that though? You know what I mean?
Hey, man. Salute to Mike D and Coop. According to hip hop, man, that's our brothers, man. Let's be clear.
Coop dropped some bars on that.
Drop some bars, man. Salute to Coop. You know what I'm saying? Mike D going crazy according to hip hop. Rap Roundtable, those are our brothers. What you think about what Coop said, man? J Kim and the chat, what y'all thinking about what Coop said? Because he spit bars.
No, I mean, what Coop said was absolutely 1,000% correct. I mean, he been talking that big hustle talk, that big money talk, just like you said at the beginning, Iceberg. That was his MO. That was his stick.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When he came out the gate. But now all of a sudden, that's not good enough. You gotta you gotta bring, you feel like you need to bring more to the table. At this point, what is there more that you can bring to the table? And I think touched on something in the chat that I felt was actually very, very important. He pretty much wants to do a mid-stepper type joint, but saw the reaction and doesn't want to go through it because he wants to wait for somebody else to do that. But Kendrick been touching on those topics. I'm saying he been touching. I mean, pretty much every album that Kendrick has dropped, he's touched on some type of topic that's relevant to Black people. And to me, Jay-Z missed that boat. You missed that train for that, bro. Because like Coop said, you've been doing the big hustle talk. You can't come out with an album called American Gangster and then try to come out with a Mr. Morale type of like that's not gonna flow. It's not gonna hit. So to your point, Iceberg, from a creativity side of it, you're uninspired because you don't have anything to really copy. You know,
it's an inspiration to be copying. Because again, we knew Jay. I forgot who said that in the chat. I want to say maybe it was Leroy. We knew Jay for making fast music at a high clip. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear, man. Like he would make songs fast, records be crazy. He had the whole Rockefeller Sweatshop where you would have like the whole thing. What was that? What's that song? 12 a.m. on the way to the club. That was Beanie's song, and he said, "Yo, give me that. I need that for the record." You know what I'm saying?
When he was trying to hop on King,
give it to me. Give me that hot, that Gucci stuff. That was one of the State Property cats. You know what I'm saying? That made that hook. You know what I'm saying? Give me that hook. I need that hook, man. Let me take that joint. So again, Michelle, that's the girlfriend. What's going on? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming.
Michelle, what's good?
Salute to Michelle. What's going on?
Right.
But we also knew, man, at the end of the day, man, we also understood that, you know, Jay's the biggest cat. He's gonna take the dopest beats. He's gonna take everything from everybody. This is why that's why Memphis Bleak, in my opinion, never really blew. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. But at the end of the day, I would think Jay would have something to be inspired by. And let me tell you why, Jay Kim, see if you agree. In 89, man, rappers were talking about self-destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. They had so much stuff to talk to in 80, 89. In 90, they were talking about erasing racism. You know what I'm saying? The We Are the World swag and all that, you know, stuff. In 91, it was Ed O.G., be a father to your child, you know, that kind of stuff. So in 2023, in the height of income equality, the W supremacy, mass incarceration, which he has a foundation for that they getting money for. They just had an event, $50,000 a plate to even come over and talk about this stuff. How are you saying that you don't have anything to inspire you and it has to be important? Now, we saw the story of OJ. I think that was dope, but that was more about him and not really society per se.
Right.
So, again, what's your thoughts, man, on Jay saying it has to be important and mean something to people for him to make new music, or this last album that he's trying to make? What Nas is basically, again, the sneak diss to me was, I don't want to make tunes. And again, like we know Thun was on his playlist last year. You know what I'm saying? Is that just a tune you put on your joint? You grew up on them. But to me, I think, you know, when Solange is basically a Nas fan, Beyonce's been in a couple of videos that You Owe Me joint in the background. And she was in the Escalade too. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
Do you think this is him trying to still play Big D, Dwight Howard with the Bulls, trying to swing the Bull? You know what I'm saying? Because I can't, man, how's he gonna make up for what Nas did in the fourth quarter, putting up, you know, 6 albums, man? Is it that, or is it just you feel what he's saying? He's uninspired, so why make any music?
Nah, man. I think you said it. You said it perfectly, man. Because he's never wanted to stamp that type of music, man. Angela just came right out.
Came in the heat. I'm coming in hot.
Right. She came
God
right
damn.
out with it.
Sheesh.
But what was that bar that he had about to live Iceberg? You know what I'm saying? If it was about what was it? What did he say about to live?
Yeah, man.
If it was about skill, it was something about skill. But now when it's kind of about skill, when it comes to making that type of music, he doesn't want to participate in it because he can't perform it at that level. Because Nas has been doing that since Nas has been alive. Well, since Nas has been in the game as a rapper, he's always had that type of music. But now that it's really considered as acceptable genre, and other people been doing it, you know, I mean, we've heard Cole say he's been inspired by it. We've heard K-Dot say he's been inspired by it. I mean, Kanye even admitted that he was inspired by it. They've all made that type of music. Jay-Z has never wanted to stamp that. But now that he's talking about needing to make something important, he doesn't want to step into that arena because I don't believe that he really can do it. I personally don't think that he can do it at that level to where he feels comfortable because there's not really a bag in it for him.
Yeah. Well, Gritty said it, the Talib line. I think it was in the moment of clarity where he talked about Talib, and the same thing he said about common sense. I want to rhyme like common sense, but since I did 5 mil, I ain't been rapping like common sense. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. So basically, you saying the work these dudes been doing for so many years wasn't good enough for you, but now all of a sudden you feel like that will be a monumental moment for you if you did something like them dudes was doing. But if you know that you do it, you're gonna be sounding just like them dudes. You already have name dropped them on tracks before, so people gonna call you bluff on it.
Yeah. Well, and it's the thing, you know, most, and I'm a Jay-Z fan, so I'm not alienating anybody who just loves Jay-Z. But for cats that are Jay-Z fans, the defense is, he's got Beyonce, got the hottest chick in the game. Man, he got he's a billionaire. He's done the collabos with Kanye. You know what I'm saying? It's with the NFL. He's got a whole library over there by Jarv, with all his accolades in it. He ain't got nothing else to talk about. Like, let the dude live. What do you say about that, Jay Kemp, in the chat? What do you guys think about that defense of Jay and why he hasn't dropped the lyrics at all?
But he does, man. He still got something to say. And that just got, I do kind of want to go back and touch on what Leroy Green said too, after I touch on what that question. There's always something to say when it comes to hip hop. I mean, especially when it's hip hop 50, you can just say how much hip hop means to you, how much hip hop is given to you. Hip hop has breathed life into your career. You would be nothing without hip hop. That I think that is a lot of people's issue with Jay-Z first and foremost. So there's plenty for you to say because you can just talk about your love for hip hop. I mean, you can shed a tear on the mic if you want to and just say, I love hip hop that much. It's given so much to me, but you have not given back to hip hop. Not this year, you definitely haven't, because you feel like you're bigger than hip hop. That's the way. That's how it's perceived to me. Now, back to what Leroy Green was saying, the bag will never be good enough, or it's just he doesn't have to chase the bag. It's nonsensical.
Yeah.
But that's what he has been saying. Like he talked about how he's a billionaire on at least the latest, maybe 10 verses that I've heard Jay-Z drop. He's spoken about being a billionaire. So I feel like
it's been all money talk because that separates him from everybody else.
Talk. So to me, there isn't a bag that's big enough for you to speak on hip hop because I feel like that's what you've been on. So I will be curious. I almost wish to Devon's point, if somebody would have offered a follow-up question to him, what would be the topic that you would touch on? Because you have not touched on anything besides your wealth. And at the end of the day, that doesn't really mean a whole lot to people because people can't relate to that. Nas has been speaking on relatable subjects for people for years. When was the last song Jay-Z did that we can just all relate to? crickets. That's my whole point. So what are you really going to talk about that you feel that people are going to like to feel that's going to be meaningful?
Devon saying it sounds like he used to be consumed by writing lyrics, but he has many obligations now. But this is the thing. I agree, Devon, but normally when we see him, he's driving to a billionaire's party, wearing all white and hugging little baby from the front and the back, from the back. Then you see him doing electric slide with his mama and his mama's wife. You really don't see him doing anything. We've seen him holding champagne glasses. Basically, he's enjoying it's almost like he's enjoying that retirement. And salute to him, man. Again,
and that's perfectly fine.
And that's perfectly fine. Like when Jay got into the game, it was a contact sport. Hey, man, he survived the game. It's just sad to see everybody else around him, man, falling. We heard Dame Dash basically saying he's broke. You know what I'm saying? He got no bread. So the people who made you the money, you don't even rock with them no more. You don't support them no more. Freeway got on stage with you, man. You just brushed them off. You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, man. I'm with my corporate cast, man. I can't talk no more. And I get that. I understand it. But, you know, for him not to really do too much for Hip Hop 50, and to me, this seemed like it was propaganda. Let's be clear. This was it looked very propaganda-ish. It seemed like Rock Nation gave Gayle most of the questions. Of course, everybody wanted to know why he's not doing music. So, yeah, let's stop all the music stuff. We're just going to say you're not inspired, you know, so everybody stops all this Nas comparison, all these FRSHOUT guys and, you know, all this stuff online. They're basically dissing you online because, you know, Nas fans go hard online. Let's be clear. Mm-hmm. So the consensus right now is that Jay is afraid, shout out to Rap Roundtable, afraid to drop any music because he doesn't want any smoke if it's not good. Because 444, let's be clear, according to Hip Hop, did a play-by-play track for that. Hot Dog Water. 444 wasn't tight, man. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? The wave has basically been Nas, it's been the KD3, the KD series and the Magic series. And again, right now, I want to say, according to Hip Hop, right now, Magic 3 is the album of the year from the critics. You know what I'm saying? Not the sales, which we know most of that stuff is fabricated anyway.
That's why I'm saying that he wants to drop something meaningful, though. Iceberg is all cap. Because you have to ask yourself, well, what have you dropped that's been meaningful up to this point that wasn't about money? Or how much you worth, or how much your wife is worth. I mean, everything has been about success, which is fine. But what are you going to talk about that people can actually relate to? Because you've been so far removed from a relatable type of individual, it's over. You know, so that's why I wish the follow-up questions just would have been legit to where we can just really kind of move on from Jay-Z at this point in time.
Leroy said, man, you got offered to do $1 billion is going to do something, man.
And
that's sad, man.
Which is sad.
That's sad, man.
Which it's real sad, man.
Andrew was goody, man. She just went home with pain, man. She said, camel face. Everyone needs to be great because anybody can serve you. You only need a heart full of grace and soul generated by love, man. Salute. You know, facts. I agree. Again, Touch is saying he dropped that track talking about how he was done with Obama, or how he was down with Obama. The billionaire class started getting that Barack. I think that spoke to him. And again, this thing, we know Nas, and we're not comparing Nas to Jay. We're just looking at Jay. You know, even the conscious rappers, man. I've seen Common Sense, man, do all this stuff with the with all the Democrats and all that, Republicans, politicians. He gets up there with the billionaire tech people. We see all these cats can still do it and still drop music. You know what I'm saying? They're still inspired. To me, man, if you see what's going on in the world right now with our children and our culture, with a lot of these stores closing, get on YouTube for a minute and just type in a whole bunch of stuff. Go on World Star. If you're not inspired to help out people now, especially our culture right now, especially with people like DJ Envy scamming the community, taking money out, man, and then going to buy Uber Eats with the food, instead of putting it back in houses where we can house people. Because again, you got people in Atlanta right now, man, who are living in their cars, man, and delivering Amazon packages. You know what I'm saying? They don't have money. So we need our talented 10th to stand up and help our culture, man, with housing right now, with more jobs and more businesses. Because again, we know the prison pipeline is serious right now, especially for our boys. Let's be clear. So again, J. Kemp, not to like just run off the head top of Jay-Z. What's your final thoughts, man, on Jigga Man, our guy that we grew up on? We grew up on him, basically saying that he's not inspired to do music, and it has to be important for him to get in the booth.
Yeah, man. I mean, you just said that beautifully, man. I mean, he's so far removed from anything that we as people just go through day to day that it sucks to hear him say that, because like you said, Iceberg, I mean, Hov was one of them dudes we looked up to coming up. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wanted to be like Hov. Everybody wanted to be the next Hov. So when you see your icons just kind of just thumb their nose up to the culture like that, man, it's heartbreaking, man, and it makes you lose some respect for dude, man. And again, like Jay-Z can do so much not only for hip hop, but he can do so much for the world just by having the blowtorch that he has. Like he can speak on things that a lot of people can't speak on to the people that really matter, to the important.
He's been in those rooms. Again, people are saying, I'd rather talk to you than take $500,000. So obviously you have some wisdom that you can give, put it on wax. And everybody talks about like Larry June talk rapping. Do that same thing, get some beats, man, and just talk rap with some of the swag that you do. You know, again, the truck, the little Jeep he was driving to that billionaire's house on 4th of July, another $300,000 Jeep. Talk about your lifestyle. We like that stuff. We can get it from you, man. But again, and I love the fact that, and not comparing him to Nas, but we love the fact that Nas answered a lot of stuff in his music, the Death Row East and, you know, all those situations that he spoke about, man, through the music that we didn't know about. Again, this is why we love Cam and Mace. Cam interviews Mace because Mace doesn't do no interviews. So Mace has been talking a lot of stuff about past things that happened that hip-hop fans want to know about, because a lot of people, man, in the 90s when you loved hip-hop, man, you were torn when it was East Coast, West Coast. We didn't know some of the things that happened. As fans, we didn't have the internet at the time. So again, we like to hear these dudes on podcasts and talk about some of the past. So again, if you're not inspired by what's going on right now, dig into some of those things that happened in the past and talk about it, instead of trying to be all cool when you got karate chopped in that elevator and bull by your baby sister-in-law, and then try to walk out like you didn't do nothing. You're always trying to stay in frame, man. It's cool to have some vulnerability, man. Long story short, you don't have to be perfect. I remember Dame said they was walking together one day, and Jay-Z got hit in the face by a bird, and niggas just started busting out laughing because, like, you know, Jay's normally so cool, he got slapped by a flying bird. You know what I'm saying? And so Jay got heated because, you know, he's not used to not being the cool kid in the room. It's okay to have vulnerability. It's okay to have a gay mom. So it's okay. You know what I'm saying? That you know, just to be vulnerable and say you cheat on your wife and all that with Becky with the good hair. Bro, it's okay, man. It's
so many people can relate to that. That's the whole relatable aspect that Jay-Z can bring. And then not only just kind of talking now that he's an older gentleman of how he came up, because some of these younger dudes don't know the old Jay-Z. They don't know the old Hov that we grew up watching. So if Jay just can kind of just reiterate how he got to the point to where he is right now, man, come on, he can change so many lives, man. I don't think Jay-Z understands the power that he has in his hand, the power that he has in his voice, of being an MC, man. Like you can change lives, bro. And the fact that he's saying he's not motivated, it's disappointing. It's disappointing to hear a dude say that, especially when, as much as hip hop is given to Jay-Z, if you're not motivated by that alone, like, come on, man. Like, your flame should stay lit. It should stay lit.
Well, and real quick, man, shout out to Joe Young, man. Come on, man.
Salute to
Co-sponsor
Joe,
the
man.
show, man, tonight, man. Salute to you.
100%, man.
He's basically saying, "What up, my guys? It's a great show." He said Jay was inspired by that Jay
I agree with that,
Electronica
too.
album. He was spitting on. He said, "I agree with Jay Camp, man. He needs to come out with an album." But and salute to Joe Young, man, for the bread and the love. Come on, the chat today, Sunday, man.
Album.
I gotta flip it though to our guy NY Bias Media. This is our guy, man. Flash jumpsuit in the game right now. We see you.
Facts.
He's saying,
Facts.
He's saying, why y'all trying to force others out? Why only Jay had to make another album? I think it's because what Jay Camp said. He has so much influence in the game. When you have a question, would somebody rather have a $500,000 cash or talk to you? It shows you how much important you are in the culture. You know what I'm saying? And also what's crazy when people say, I'll take the money. That's one thing. When other people say, nah, I talked to Jay because, you know, a conversation with him is amazing. So that's why most people want to hear what he's got to say, especially on wax. That's, you know what I'm saying? And then especially for people my age, Jay Camp's age, we were used to consistent bars from Jay. He would come out and talk about things, man. He would put a little bit of, you know, conscious in the raps, man, over the money talk. You know what I'm saying? Again, he was like, just like Larry June inspires me, man. He talks about eating healthy, man, you know, getting smoothies and stuff and stacking your money up. Jay-Z was that guy back in the day, you know what I'm saying? As far as
he
like,
inspired us all,
you know,
back in the day.
Hey, man, he wasn't on the bras like that. He was on the money, staying focused, man. You listen to his music, man. That's what got you pumped, man. He's also NY Bias is also saying, NY Bias Media is also saying, because Nas still doing it, that's not a good reason. I don't think it has anything to not do with Nas per se. It's just it's bad timing for what Nas is doing. So it's almost like when you got a daddy who's an alcoholic, but you love him, but your stepfather is working hard every day, loving your mama and putting food in your mouth. You compare the two men, you know, rich dad, poor dad. So again, Jay-Z has his own situations going on. We saw him getting karate chopped in the elevator and try to act like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? We've seen a lot of stuff with Jay where he's having $50,000 dinners, but you're not having no organization that help little kids. You know what I'm saying? From Brooklyn or anywhere else, man. Again, to say you're not inspired, and we're just going off his words, not him comparing him to Nas. Literally, just his words are, it has to be important.
That's just cap.
Come on,
to me.
Man.
I
So,
can't ride with that.
And I'm a Jay-Z fan, so to me it's really a slap in the face to see if I'm like I'm stupid or something. You know what I'm saying? Again, like it's not a comparison to Nas, but we see what Nas is doing with the foundations. We see what he's doing with the music, the documentaries.
And just bringing people together.
He's
man.
still rubbing shoulders with the billionaire people from other cultures, man, from the Jewish cats and all that. You know what I'm saying? The Horwicks of the world. He's still getting the bread with Steve Stout. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he's just, you know, doing everything righteous. Man, he's getting the bread too.
Just kind of like last point on that.
And salute to NY Bias Media.
Salute to NY Bias. And I don't want to belabor the point too much, but for Nas's 50th birthday, the words that was said about that man from like your Styles P of the world and other cats of that ilk who was around then and still around now, those words were powerful, man. Like people came out in droves, man, to speak on behalf of things that Nas is doing for hip hop and how much he's meant to them as artists. That's the type of impact I want Hove to have too, which he does have impact on artists. I'm not saying that at all, but to say that you're not motivated, like them cats was saying, like I'm motivated because of what this dude is doing.
Facts.
Not just for the music, but just as OG, man. Like you got to be an OG, man, to these young cats, because we've seen what the Kodak Blacks is out here doing. We've seen what some of these young kids is out here doing, man. But they just not. They're not in the right frame of mind. I feel like cats like Hove, man, are so powerful that their tongue just extends so far. Pause. That he can inspire, man, these Kodak Blacks of the world, man, to turn their lives around. That's basically all I'm saying.
Well, and again, Raheem, salute our guy, man, in the building, man. He's holding it down. He says, Jay knows if he comes out and the album is there, and the album is there, there's no coming back from it, basically, man. Once you drop that album, man, you can't rewind it back like, oh man, I was just playing, man. It was just whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all
I'm
all
good. I'm good on it, man. I'm just playing, man. So I see what you're saying. Scandalous 107, Scandal 107. Jay now wants to try and kick knowledge. when he's trying to kick knowledge, when he complained when Nas did it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we were saying. You know, when you name dropping Common and Talib, when they was doing that, you know.
Well, and again, man,
I was thinking that too, Chris, about Ghost.
Yeah.
Still doing his thing.
Facts.
Too.
Even Ghost said he is still dropping shit. The other thing too, man, is crazy, dude. Is man, we see Nas and Wu-Tang together on tour, and they just having fun. They got the swag on. They getting dressed up. They just passing the mic around. They having fun. Nas is on their set going crazy with them too. We see with so much fun. We saw the Hip Hop 50 Live joint at the Yankee Stadium. It's almost like that meme with Squidward looking through the window at Patrick and SpongeBob having fun, and he's in there with his clarinet. He's in there with his clarinet, just playing off beat. That's almost how Jay is right now, man. It's almost like, Jay, come outside and have fun with the boys, man. You know, hey, man, your wife, he's #1. She's doing her thing. Salute to her. Your mama's in there, got married. Salute. Hey, man, come out here, have fun with the guys just one time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got that married dude can't come outside because their wife is, you can't go outside with your friends. You got to stay in here and cut the grass. So my thing is this one time, you know, as men, we got to do this. We got to get away from the women sometimes, have some fun with each other, man, break bread with each other, not on the Dwight Howard swag, but this is men. And again, if you grew up in church like I did, man, we had men's Bible study, and that's where you basically talked about the logical side of the Bible and just wisdom, not religion, just wisdom, bro. And so to me, you can't get the wisdom sometimes when you're around the fam because your mindset is always just protection. I gotta protect everybody, but it's not elevation because who do you have to philosophize with? And wifey ain't really trying to philosophize. She's trying to go to Target and get a big clock. You know what I'm saying, to put on the wall. So again, I need a big clock, you know, for the wall. Gotta get some money. How much you need? That much.
Antoine.
So, Antoine in here, man. Salute. Speaking of good men, Antoine's one of those good dudes, man. Take care of the fam, man. Take care of the kid. You got to get around the men, though. You know what I'm saying? This is why a lot of people come to Fresh Out, man, because we had that man talk. Even the females that come up in here, we have logical, real talk, you know what I'm saying, about hip-hop, man. So, again, there's a lot of bullshit they try to push on us, man, because they want our money. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to celebrate the culture. They're trying to make money off of it. And again, Jay's made the bread off of us, man. So the only thing we ask for, just come outside. You know what I'm saying? We're not comparing him to Nas. Nas is in his own lane. It's just a bad timing for what Jay's doing. And again, NY Bias Media saying, and nobody holding Ghostface to the same level. But this thing, Ghostface is coming out with records, man. He just dropped that little Kanye little media player joint. You know what I'm saying? He did the Christmas joint last year. You know, he's doing some things, man. But again, I feel what you're saying, though. Yeah, he's doing it. I feel what you're saying in NY Bias Media because, you know, people who love Jay, man, you know, right now, it's hard to stand on anything because the last couple music drops that he had, man, what's that song they had with Timberlake? It was horrible. Horrible. I mean, a lot of stuff that Jay has been doing, man. Where you're a concert for the people in France and Paris, fashion show.
You won't do nothing for the
you won't do nothing in New York.
Come on.
You won't do nothing for the fam. Come on, man, bro. Not the Squidward. Yeah, come on, man. You know, Squidward's in there looking at SpongeBob and Patrick having fun. But also, man, NY saying that's what I'm saying. Nobody listens to Ghostface trying to get a classic from him in 2023.
I do want a classic from Ghostface. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, and to me, man, it's almost like what we talked about. It's like what we talked about earlier with the AZ. AZ might have been a little rusty on the pocket on that. This is why. And salute. We ain't knocking the hustle, AZ. We need you on the platform. But the whole thing of it is, I'd rather him try than sit back and cross his arms and not do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
And get off my line.
Get off my line. But again, excuse me, guys. Can you get my line? Can you get my grass, please? Thank you. You know, like sit on the porch with Smokey and Craig. You know what I'm saying? And chill out with them for a minute, man. You might learn something. Busy B saying, I'm the inspiration. I ain't gotta look for none. Nas, Jay-Z really y'all GOAT? And again, like I said, we're not trying to make it about both of them, but and this is the thing. The last thing I'm gonna say, real talk, okay? Anybody who's a Jay-Z fan, anybody who's a Nas fan that loves Jay-Z too, what's the advice you would do for Jay? If you had the money for the budget for the album, Jay Camp, in the chat, who do you say, hey man, we're gonna do an album, it's gonna be 10 songs. Who do you send them to? Who do you send Jay to? Who do you say, hey man, we need beats from right now? Who do you think could inspire him with production wise? Because we know Busta Rhymes is coming out with like the Holy Trinity. I'm gonna have Swizzy. I'm gonna have Pharrell and Timbaland. Okay. Who do we get Jay with to drop an album that could be something that you want to listen to? Who do you pair with Jay Camp in the chat?
You know, the funny thing is, I've really never questioned Jay-Z when it came to production. Never questioned Jay-Z when it came to production. Because I felt like I never had to. I felt like the one thing Hov was always a step ahead of, it was production. Like he just had a great ear for that. So I would never question him on production. It would just be the direction, especially if you trying to go into the direction of making a meaningful album, meaning this would be an album that's going to touch a lot of people. Then I have full faith in Jay-Z that he would get a list of producers that would be able to fulfill that. Ooh. We just want Touch said Jay and Big. That would be that would be grisly. It'd be a grisly album right there. I don't know if that would fulfill the meaningful joint, but I get you though. Yeah, I get you. But nah, man, I ain't gonna question Jay-Z on his production choice at all. It would be just the direction that he wants to go in it. Like what is your meaningful subject that you're trying to push to the people? But I mean, that'd be it. But you know, we just want to hear from Hov first.
And this is the thing. So NY Bias Media is saying, hey man, yeah, he's saying like, basically the Marcy Me joint, which is No ID. To me, I think No ID's been giving them bangers. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying? And you still have your writers in there. Yeah, you can give them bangers or whatnot, man. But to me, like what I'm seeing everybody saying is,
ooh, Touch. Ooh.
This is the thing that Touch said, and this is the thing. If Jay came out with just a single that was pro NY on the production and put rock on there,
people go bananas.
He shut the whole city down. He shut the whole world down for a day. I guarantee you. Just
featuring Rock Marcy.
And I'm talking about an up-tempo banger too, and you put rock on it?
I don't give a damn how many haters Hov got. People gonna be looking for that. Facts. And do a Rock Marcy and Jay joint would be stupid. My God, it would be crazy.
Jay and Alchemist. And this is the thing.
Jay and Alchemist be crazy.
He needs
too.
Alchemist for the album joints. And again, if you just tapping in, we talking about we reconstructing Jay-Z's new album, by the way. Jay, somebody sent us to Jay too, or Elliot Wilson, who blocked us, but he actually posted us on Rap Radar this week. Salute to Rap Radar. He needs Alchemist type cats for the production on that album, but he needs somebody to really go crazy for the single, but put somebody grimy on it. And Jay was always dope for catching the vibes by doing the Pump It Up remix, by doing the Oh Boy remix, by doing the High remix. Like, he would always jump on some flavor real quick. That he jumped on the Dead Prez joint. Really didn't hit. He did that joint for free. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, to me, I think you go back to the streets, man. And I don't think the corporate people care if he does an album with some street people at all. Oh, no. I think if anything, like, yeah, Jay, we heard the new song with Nas the Pirate. I like the guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's a main man for that. Oh yeah, you get Nas the Pirate on there. Come on
now. Andrew saying Mercy Me. Hey, but this is the thing though. You need golf music.
Andrew.
You know what I'm saying?
I kind of want to hear that, bro.
You need some. Don't Chris is saying knowledge.
I want to hear that.
I don't know what's going on with my dude right here. I had to put him on the screen just to be like, what's going on? Right. Shay Noir helped the corporate.
A Shay Noir beat would be, that'd be serious. I'd be down
Not
with
the corporate camera though. that his hump blew out. Come on, man. NY is saying, man, now let's say Jay does that, then he biting from the underground. But this is the thing, they're gonna say that anyway,
I wouldn't even
man.
say that though.
Yeah,
NY,
they're
only
gonna say
because-
it.
Well, people will say that,
Yeah, they're
but
gonna
at the
say
end
it.
of the day, it's gonna sound good
So
because
fast.
Jay-Z, we know, would destroy that type of. And he
Yeah.
would be, man, if that don't motivate you to jump on
Man.
them type of joints, because he would
Yeah.
have to. It's like you would have to just come hard on them.
Well, and this thing too, Paul. And this is the thing too. I see
pause.
Jay I see Jay-Z, and again, I'm a Wire fan, right? So I see Jay as like Avon Barksdale, Stringer Bell, and Marlo all wrapped in one. You know what I'm saying? And remember when Marlo at the end, he went back to the streets in a suit and he got in a little fight and somebody shot him and hit him on the little shoulder, but he was back outside. He was back on the block, but he still had the bread though. I think Jay needs to do that, you know, that like, and this is why I have it on the screen, man, that Reasonable Doubt 2 type swag where you kind of go back to where you was and where you was at successful. It was almost like when Biggie said, he was like, hey man, when I would rob and steal and whatever, you know, when I see the rich cats, and he said, nah, I'm the dude in the car. Now I see them cats looking at me, but it is what it is. So to me, I think that's the inspiration, man, is like, you know, looking at it from a gangster's perspective coming back.
I agree with that.
But then also, man, looking at it from, you know, the gift and the curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got this bread, now what do you do with it? You know what I'm saying? What you just gonna do 2 steps at your wife's joint, and you try to manipulate the press all the time now. And again, we going hard in the paint on them today. We barbecue chicken and Jay right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's an uncle, man, who cheated on his wife, and she was a good woman, and so you're just trying to talk to him to get them back together. You know what I'm saying?
We all got them.
We all got them, man. But to me, it's nephew uncle talk. It's not dissing the dude at all, man. We want Jay to be, because when Jay's winning, the whole industry's eating.
The whole industry.
So imagine Nas doing what he's doing in his own little lane over here, and then Jay doing some crazy stuff over here. Even if it's not music per se for him, but what if he was doing something where he's putting other cats on and giving them the platform by stamping some of these dudes? What does it take a Vic Spencer, a RJ Payne, a Rock Marciano to get a stamp from Jay? You know what I'm saying? Because we saw what just the management does for Megan Thee Stallion and Griselda and those kind of cats. You know what I'm saying? We know you can walk in any door when you with Rock Nation. Imagine if you had to stamp with Jay in your video. What if Jay was on the block with you? Now, this is the thing. When Mobb Deep came out, and I saw Diddy over here dancing in Queens, in the video, you had Puff in the video. That made me want to listen to Mobb Deep even more, because Puff was in the video. We know he don't do that. So even though, you know, he's trying to probably get him in the flavor camp, but the whole thing, man, is the cosign in hip hop means a lot. Let's be clear. You know what I'm saying?
It does, man.
It means a lot, man. So to see Jay even just co-sign these dudes, or even just, you know, hey, you know, Beans, you know, we I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna do some Paid in Full Foundation.
Which he has
Yeah.
co-signed Griselda. I mean, I'll give him full credit for that. He was one of the first that actually did that. So,
Yep.
you know, salute the whole for that.
Yeah, man, we gotta get that.
Ooh, Jay and 38 Special would be crazy too.
Special need that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, and of course, like NY Bias Media was saying, man, of course they're gonna say, oh man, he's biting and all that. But to me, that's what you do in business, right? Somebody make an iPhone, you make the Google phone, you know, Pixel joint. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what industries do. It is what it is. And Antoine's coming in with another $5 holler, man. He's saying Jay sees how some fans don't like 444 as much as he thought we would, and anything he makes will be measured against anything Nas just did. Hold up.
They linked, whether we like it or not.
Yeah,
man.
they. Shout out to Antoine, man.
Yeah.
He's making a valid point, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your thoughts on what he's saying, Jay?
No, I mean, them two dudes is gonna forever be linked because they are two of the most iconic that we've had, like, in hip hop, and they've carried the torch once Biggie and Pac, you know, unfortunately left this earth. You know, it's been Nas and Hove have been like two of the biggest. I mean, there's been some other guys who came after them too, absolutely. But when we talk about like just dudes who's just way up, you know, that they've garnered the most attention, and they're going to continue to garner the most attention as long as they're here. You know, because we know their history from a diss track perspective and when they had their little scuffle. You know what I'm saying? So them two dudes is just always going to be linked, man. It's no different in sports, man. Like when there's rivalries in sports,
it's gonna be Magic and Bird. It's
Magic and Bird always gonna be linked, man. Always gonna be linked.
Yeah, and like I said, shout out to Joe Young, man. The show sponsor, man, with the $15 holla, man. He did the 5, now he's doing the 10 joint. He's saying, salute to Joe Young, man, for supporting real hip hop, man. He's saying, I love all you guys. According to Hip Hop Rap Roundtable, man, Fresh Out. When I pass the dollars to support, then I know I know you guys are sending a great message. Everybody's waiting for whole music. Great point you have. That KD3 match that. And this thing, we know Jay can. We know Jay can spit. Let's be clear, man. I think, man, to me, just the way Hit-Boy, a young cat, can inspire Nas, Jay got to get in there with somebody young that still loves hip-hop, though. You know what I'm saying? Not no Metro Boomin type of dude. You got to go in there with a Hit-Boy. And I know even if you went over to Hit-Boy, they say whatever, but go with a Hit-Boy, man. And Busy B saying, man, Jay needs to go solo, man, forget the features. I think he really, I agree with you, Busy B.
I agree with
he
that,
don't need it, but to me, I think just like we talked about on the last episode, or second to last episode, where we said almost like Ye kind of needs a Rick Ross. Jay kind of needs somebody just to stamp him in the streets, man. He's been wearing $5,000 shoes and all that, man. Get out there with them Air Forces on again, man, and go crazy. You know what I'm saying? You know, wear the black ones too. You don't wear the white ones. Go wear them black joints. You know what I'm saying? But a salute, man, to Joe Young and Antoine, man, for showing the love, man. Everybody up in here.
Joe Young.
Yeah, man. But like I said, man, we just want to talk about Jay for a little bit today, man, and kind of go from there. But since we talking about OGs, man, I saw somebody on Twitter talk about the top 5 alive joint. Can we talk about a lot of MCs? I want to say even Chris said that. Chris had Tupac on his list and a lot of other cats, man. But Jay Camp, just off the dome, man, you know, who's inspiring you? We talk about inspiration or stealing stuff. Stop the cap. What MCs that are living right now, they don't have to be the best, but who's just inspiring you? So in the chat right now, who's inspiring you guys, man, with music, man? Because Jay don't get inspired, so we're going to talk about how we get inspired, you know what I'm saying, with some of the music that we're hearing. Because, again, the notion with most people when they drop something mid is like, oh, man, you know, nobody's changed the game. Everybody's doing the same stuff. Man, there's people out here doing a lot of dope stuff, man.
Doing a lot of dope stuff.
There's a lot of dope producers out here going crazy, too, man. The conductors of the world, man. What's my guy with the Blue Note 2 joint that I love?
You talking about V-Don?
V-Don, man, and what do you do? V-Don on the Blue Note 2.
Yeah. V-Don produced Blue Notes 2.
No, but who's the rapper on that came out down?
You talking about Willie?
Willie the Kid,
man.
Willie the Kid, yeah. So Willie the Kid, I love them, man. Jay can't put me on him, man. I love him, man. You know, Nimlo, you know what I'm saying, those cats, man. But Jay Camp in the chat, who's inspiring you guys, man, to still love hip hop? Because again, man, a lot of stuff that we talk about is nostalgia. We talk about, who's had the best album in '98 and all that. We talk about the past, man. But at Fresh Out, we like to talk about what's going on right now in the future. Right now, man, Jay Camp, in the chat, man, who's inspiring you, man, to still put stuff in your tape deck, man, in the whip, man, when you're driving to work, man, to get you ready to go?
Right now, man, consistently for me, I'm gonna say Black Thought. He's one of them. That's constantly in my deck. Jadarian just said another one. Ransom is probably number 2. RJ Payne is a third one for me. Rome Streets is somebody who's extremely hungry. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell he raps like his rent is due. And I would say Shay Noir, man. Like I would give her 5 because when I think of artists who just have not put out anything just whack, Shay ain't put out nothing whack, and she's touching on subjects that's relatable. You know what I'm saying? We just talked about that, like with Hove. I'm not even mentioning Nas, Andrew, because we Nas is his next. He's next level, but like
he's
like
Pluto right now.
Yeah, people who's like inspiring me today. Those are definitely 5. I would say, you know what I'm saying, a salute to like cats like Vic Spencer, a salute to like Mike and Wiki, a salute to Larry June, a salute to Currency. I mean, these are just cats who just continue to me to put out just like solid music. Navy Blue, another one.
So I ain't got in the Navy, but I'm gonna get a Chris salute.
Planet
Chris,
Asia. Planet Asia as well.
Touch
I mean,
that Planet Asia.
It's some people that's doing some things, man. But I mean, if I just had to just name people, you know, that's who I got just off top of the dome.
Well, like I said, for me, man, you know, I've been definitely, man, come on, everybody know, if you know me, man, shout out to Marcos if you watching this on the replay. For me, it's Larry June. You know what I'm saying? Miss LB and a lot of cats, you know, don't like his flow because it's a little slower. You know, Miss LB always gonna say something in the chat. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like what he talks about, man, just drinking smoothies and financial freedom and saving your money, health. Man. You know, personal health, man. Like his logo literally is his name made in the same font as Whole Foods. So it's real. But I like him, man. I like Rome Streets, man. I think Touch just said that too. Salute. Sky Zoo, man. Somebody's been doing it for a long time. Sky Zoo, when he came out, was compared to Jay-Z at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So still doing his thing at a high clip is crazy. I think J. Kim always says the 3 R's, man. Ransom.
Man. Ransom, Rome, and RJ
and Rome. Yeah, come on, man. Crazy.
Yeah.
But Shay Noir, man. And salute to Shay Noir. I think Jadorn said Shay Noir. This woman got married and dropped the album in the same year.
She's elite right now, man. Like I put her up there with some of my favorite MCs right now, man. Shay's in that group, bro.
Yeah.
Regardless of gender. Like she's in that group.
Yeah, I mean, but like I said, Black Thought, man, that Devon's saying too. You know what I'm saying? Black and we actually gonna talk about his book here in a minute, just real quick. But Black Thought doing his thing, still making bread, still doing his thing, but still out here making music, man. You know what I'm saying? To me, the 38 Special in Conway.
Hey, I agree with that list. And why bias? I mean, all 3 of them dudes, 38 Special, Rand, and Conway, not only have had great years this year, but have continued to have great years. I mean, Conway going back to what, 2015-ish, 2016? He's been consistent. So has 38 Special, and so has Ransom, man. All 3 of them cats, man. Great list there.
Come on. But this is the thing
those
too.
3 cats definitely inspire me too.
Stove God.
Dude.
I'm about to in the cocaine right now. Come on, man. Stove God, my dude.
Stove God is, to me, he is the new hook. Not only does he got bars, but Stove God is a new hook specialist, man.
He is a hook specialist, man. I gotta give him full hook. So this is the thing. If Jay-Z just rolled back the tape on this whole episode, we gave you the keys on how to really get out here without DJ Khaled. And why it's also 38 Special, Ransom, Conway, still give me hype. Again, if you haven't heard that Conway and 38, that last Ransom record, Spare the Rock,
and
Spoil
the
the
Conway
Child.
and Conductor. The Conway and Conductor too.
But also, man, that RJ Payne, I just finally got a chance to listen to the full Barbershop. Salute the coach that was in the chat earlier. I got to listen to the Barbershop fully. See Lance, we need to holler at you, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some artists we need you to get at. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but these artists and producers, man, from Small Professor to who was the dude that did the Vic Spence joint that was over UK? Johnny, was it Johnny?
Johnny something, but he's had the Sunny Jim.
Yeah, Sunny Jim. That's what I'm talking about. Sunny Jim.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of dope people doing their thing, man, and this industry is still going crazy. NY, I'm still bumping that Special Machinery, dude. But that conductor, that Conductor Conway joint is just up to snub with it too. But I think to me, man, these dudes like 38 Special, man, they got stories. They've been rapping since 2000. You know what I'm saying? But now they grown up in the game. They know how to make moves with it. That Paul
found their
Wall and
way.
that Terminology record.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Bun and Static.
Static Selector. Yeah, that's Static Selector. Bun
Nimlo
B
and
joint.
Static.
Again, like
Smoke Dizz is my guy too. Pause.
Come on, man. Smoke Dizz,
Smoke Dizz been doing
Nimlo,
this thing too.
183rd. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
183rd. Yeah.
Again, like I said, man, this is why you come to Fresh Out. We're gonna talk about the dudes that don't get a lot of shine and love, but dropping a lot of hits, vinyls, everything. We're gonna talk about the Jay-Z's and Nas's too, man. But again, hip hop, man, is so well versed, man. I got some clips dropping there too. Check out the interview that we all did with Kathy Ann Doley, who wrote Queens of Hip Hop. She wrote the Lil' Kim book that's about to drop. She wrote the Leah book. Kathy Ann Doley, she was on our platform. We did an interview with her. She talked about a lot of women who pretty much started hip hop with the fellas too. So again, we got to show love to the females too, doing their thing. Again, we talk about OG hip hop because again, these dudes are still relevant. You know what I'm saying? Diamond D and all these cats are still dropping music, still influencing stuff, still producing stuff on the low, still ghost producing stuff. Let's be clear.
Yep.
So, and like I said, I know you got to get out of here, Jay Kent, man. We can talk about this all day, man. I'm still bumping that Nimlo too. That the horses,
that Nimlo's fire, bro.
Nimlo's crazy. But the whole thing, man, salute to everybody doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And tonight, man, just real quick, I gotta show some love. I didn't make a slide for him, but I gotta give some love to Black Thought's album, book.
Black Thought of the legendary Roots crew. And my first memoir, The Upcycled Self, was written as a way to both explore and to honor the many core lessons of my childhood. I wanted to get back to and to finally reveal who I am underneath all of this. And I thought that centering my story solely on my formative years would hopefully inspire all of us to take a deeper, more honest look at ourselves. The Upcycled Self releases this fall, and I signed a limited number of books exclusively for Barnes & Noble. They're available while supplies last. All you have to do is hit the link in my bio today to get yours.
Hey, man, like I said, salute to our guy, man. Black Thought just dropped the book, man. The book is crazy. The book is called The Upcycled Self, man. It's on the pre-order right now. Go to Barnes & Nobles. Again, we put this on the episode too, because this is what Jay could be doing too. Again, he said he's inspiring people by talking about his past. You know what I'm saying? So again, just showing the love on that, man. Mary Rose Butler, you know what I'm saying? She going hard in the paint. She's saying, hope y'all have a great day. Gotta get the kids ready for school. Hey, man, that's what every good mama's doing right now, getting them kids ready.
Good
Salute.
parents doing that, man. Salute to your kids, man.
Hey, and salute to Mama Bear, you know what I'm saying? Showing love too, man. I got some on the board for you. Mama! I got a mama button on there I got to add for you. But salute to Mama Bear holding it down. She's on her channel doing the artwork today. So go check her out, man, if you just need something chill to watch. Salute to Mama Bear, always holding us down, man. Toronto, Canada, stand up. Salute. But again, man, before we get out of here, Jay Kemp, just give us a shout out, man. Take us home, man. Salute to Bebo P.
Absolutely, man. Salute to Bebo P. Salute to everybody, man, who contributed in the chat. It's always love hearing from the people. It's always love hearing your opinions. It's always love just hearing from you, period, man. We adore you. You know what I'm saying? You what makes us tick. If you didn't get to check out any of the previous episodes, we are on Spotify, we are on Apple Podcasts, so you can run this back, or you can run this playback here as well. But definitely salute to you all, and we're gonna continue to hold hip hop down. We're gonna continue to hold our favorite artists accountable. That's what we do here. Because hip hop is so meaningful. It's such a big part of all of our lives. It's such a big part of the culture. So we got to keep this thing moving forward, because it's really one of the only few voices that we have. And you know, we can spread hip hop across the world. So it's always a beautiful thing when we can spread these teachings, to the people, which is why I love what Black Thought is doing, man. But salute to you, Touch. Salute to everybody out there for holding it down. Iceberg, land that plane, my brother.
Like I said, hey, man, Sunday night, man. Hey, like I said, man, we got to get ready for Monday, man, because it's gonna be a fast week, man. Like I said, we're going to be here Wednesday, 9:30, of course, man, holding it down. Always talking about what's dope for the week. Again, man, support the show, man. Hit the cash out. That Fresh Out Hip Hop, man. Also, man, Go follow us on all social media platforms, man. Twitter, IG, Facebook. You know how it goes down, man. We always on there talking that hip hop, man. Because again, it's not music, it's a lifestyle. Again, Jay Kemp holding it down the whole time today by himself, man. That's heavy, man.
Too,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, salute to Bebo holding it down, man. He on that. I think somebody said he was on that corn star today, man. Yeah, he's out there, man, getting busy, man. On that corn star stuff, man. You know how he goes down, man. He don't care what. He's disrespectful on Sundays. We're gonna be talking about that. Happy Halloween to everybody. We're gonna be talking about that Lloyd Banks, man. Wednesday when he comes out with his joint. We're gonna be talking about a lot of cool stuff, man. So stay tuned on that. Again, J Camp, Bebo P, Iceberg Slim, Fresh Out, man. We'll see y'all Wednesday 9:30, man. Peace.
Wednesday. Salute, peoples.
World's most dangerous podcast. We will be in the building with good. The world doing bar for bar. Jay Kemp was going down, man. Let's get it.
Good.
Hundo up in the studio. Hundo.
Please wipe your feet. You rocking with Fresh Out. Yeah. Fresh Out is here, ain't no tiptoeing. Competition running like they Jesse Owens. Please believe, Dookie, this is our moment. We hard in the paint, boy, Kavon Looney. I told Iceberg, please hand the koofy. I'm not a newbie. You will never catch my feet in the bad boy jacuzzi. Stop it. That's that such ish. We live B, we want the real smoke. And be careful, it's kinda cutthroat. The chat going ham, they just might make you get out like no one in the blue notes. Stop it.